Hi, best friends. I'm Tabby.
And I'm Caitlin, and today we are sharing our fan cast for Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. This was very difficult.
I did
It
not
always
have fun with
is.
it.
Yeah, we're always like, "Oh, I'm so excited. Let's do another fan cast." And then as soon as we do it, we're
And
like,
it's actually the
that
most
was really
stressful
hard.
thing I do every time.
But we'll never stop. We will continue to do this
I
because
will work Henry Cavill into this, damn it.
yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's work Henry Cavill into our cast right now. So
Like
who
really
would you
quick.
cast as Henry Cavill?
I think I would cast probably Professor Immaterio, like the
Oh.
battle professor. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think I'd
okay.
cast him as like a main character,
You know who I'd do?
Riddick.
No, King Tori, or whatever the fuck
Oh,
his
King
name is.
Tari.
King
Yeah.
Tori, yeah. Because I'm like, who cares? You'll see him like twice, but it'll be a little Henry Cavill cameo.
Yeah. I
All
like that
right,
better. I
now
like
that
that
we've got
better.
that out of the
He's
way.
actually a Venin. You know who I did? Did you ever watch the movie Sky High?
Yeah.
Okay, you know Professor Medulla, who has like the really big
Hmm.
head? That is how I pictured the Venin, unfortunately.
That is so like, yeah, that's reasonable. I kind
Yeah.
of just pictured them as like pale, uh, bald. For some reason, they were all bald in my
No,
mind.
they were
I don't think they
blue.
were bald.
They were blue and they
I thought they were kind of
um
like grayish,
in
grayish,
my head they're
bald,
blue. I don't
with
know
with
why.
red veins, apparently.
Yeah, they're
It was
blue.
kind of hard for me to like come up with that
And
image.
Danny DeVito would be the perfect one for that.
Ooh, yeah. He's like the
Yeah.
one that ends up stabbing Violet with like the poison knife on the
Yeah.
back of Tarn. He's
Yeah. He
like,
dies.
"You're really tiny for a writer."
Yep, that's him. That
Yeah.
was Danny DeVito.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, that was Danny DeVito doing a Venom impression
Yes.
specifically. Don't think that that was just
He
Danny
was doing
DeVito.
it for the bit.
Let's get to it. I'm
Okay.
gonna start. I'm going first.
Okay.
Are you looking at my screen?
I am.
Okay, cool. So here is
I
my
like that
fourth
you
ring.
chose a black theme as well. I did too.
Yeah, I was
In
like,
honor of the writer's
Rider
budget.
Black.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So for Violet, I have cast Danielle Rose Russell. She is so, so pretty.
She's so cute.
And she just looks like Violet to me. This actually was someone else's idea first. I was looking for a little inspo. So
I
looked
can
up the
almost
fan
immediately tell you
cast.
what role she probably played in the Legacies. And I am guessing it's Klaus and Phoebe Tonkin's character's daughter.
Oh, okay. But yes, she was in the Legacies and the originals. I really think she looks like Violet to me. I mean, you
She
just change the hair
does.
color and yeah, it's like
She's very
Violet
petite.
is, yeah, petite, but Violet was also said to be curvy. And I mean, that's just kind of the same body type as this particular actress. So I think she's a good fit. I've never actually seen her work, but we're just going
Yeah,
on
I
vibes
watched
here.
the originals, but I don't think I made it that far.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd be in later stuff, I bet.
Yeah.
For Zayden.
Oh,
This one was hard for me because really
yeah.
this doesn't look like Zayden to me perfectly. But I have chosen Michael Evans Belling.
Is that the
Belling?
same person?
Beling? It is the same person. And so that's what I thought was wild.
Huh.
Okay, because in one picture, you guys, he looks pretty young and then he looks significantly older in the next. But he's in All-American and Grey's Anatomy. There are certain features of his that I think are very much what I pictured for Zayden. For some reason, I pictured his hair as curly, though I don't think it ever says
Same,
straight or
yeah.
curly. It just says it's soft and black. Um,
It probably smells good.
oh yeah, it smells like mint and leather.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's always talking about how handsome he is, and this man is very handsome. And also, he has some very beautiful lips, which Violet also is always
Yeah, they're
focused
very
on.
lush.
Yeah. So this isn't like 100% the image for me of Zayden, but again, it's hard whenever you have like this particular vision. You can't just
Yeah.
like make a person.
I don't think that person exists. If I don't know, maybe they do and they just need to get into acting.
Yeah, like the thing is, there's probably a model that looks exactly the way I picture Zayden,
It's just like
but
I've been
probably not an
chasing the
actor.
high of finding someone that looks like Dane's like fan art drawings and I can't find it.
Yeah, oh, because you know he's fine too.
He's cute.
Um, so For Rhiannon,
Shut up.
I cast Tati Gabrielle.
I did too.
Ah, I love her. She is so talented. And so she is in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, You, and the 100. She is an amazing actress. I think that like she just gives off kind of the um like the badass type of like she just has a vibe to her. She's kind of like a cat. She reminds me of a cat.
Ree could be very sweet, but she also could be like vicious.
Yeah, it's kind of like sly.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's just she just has kind of these upturned corners of her eyes. She just has these high cheekbones. Like everything about her face just kind of screams
Like feline.
cunning. Yes. Which reminds me of Rhea a lot.
Yeah.
But also, Rhea is obviously a cinnamon roll at heart.
I love her.
For Liam.
Ah, that is such a good choice.
I know.
Think of him.
Oh my God, this is all I could picture for Liam.
Wow.
So I chose Callahan Skogman, I think is how you say it. And he's in Shadow and Bone. He looks like Liam to me.
Yes.
Like all-American boy.
Sweet himbo
blonde.
man.
Yeah, butt chin. It's him.
Wow.
That's my Liam.
I love that.
For Dane, I cast Jacob Elordi, and it turns out I'm not the only one who has this opinion. There are other people who agree with me.
There's something unsettling about him to me. I can't explain
But
it to you.
does that not make him Dane? You know?
Yeah,
like
I
he's got a two sides to him. So
Yeah.
Jacob Elordi, I'm sure you all know him. He's in The Kissing Booth, Euphoria, and Saltburn, which has made waves.
Raving reviews.
Made waves in the world of cinema. But what I think about this man screams Dane to me is he's very like clean cut,
Very likable
looking.
face.
Yes, and just like very classically handsome. But then he also has like this very boyish like smile that I think he would use a lot to disarm Violet throughout the books, like kind of remind her of the guy she grew up with, and just like has this boyish charm to him whenever he's smiling.
You're so right.
So I think that's very Dane. Next, for Imogen.
Stop.
I guess.
You're killing it.
Hunter Schafer,
Oh
right?
my God.
So yeah, some of these I feel like I slayed.
Yeah,
this being
absolutely.
one of them. Hunter Schafer is in Euphoria and in the new Hunger Games movie, A Ballad of Songbirds
Which
and
I haven't
Snakes.
seen yet, and I'm really sad.
It's so good. We should stream it together.
We should stream it. I want to see it.
It's really good. But Hunter Schafer,
she just peers into your soul.
Yes, she has like such like a strikingly beautiful face. And to me, Imogen, like she is of course kind of scary because she is violent, but I think Violet makes it clear that she's very beautiful because at one point she like is, you know, worried and insecure that Xaden has a thing for Imogen. She's like, the only thing that like outdoes her beauty is like her ruthlessness, basically. Yeah. And so like, you know, she's a baddie. For Riddick. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know this man. His name's Charles Melton. Yeah, he's in May, December, Riverdale. Yeah, haven't seen him personally, but to me, Riddick would be very cute and very flirty. And I don't know.
He would charm the pants right off of you.
He's giving the right vibes, especially in these pictures. Like he's just smoldering, doing the blue steel in one.
He's smizing.
And smiling like a little cutesy in the other. Yeah. So it was hard for me to find a Riddick, but I think he would do a really good job.
I love it.
As long as he's a good actor. I haven't actually
seen Riverdale is not a valid judgment for anyone's characters. So
yeah, can't really get a good authentic feel for what their serious acting style is. For Sawyer, another Shadow and Bone.
We love Patty.
Classic. Yeah. So I was thinking Patrick Gibson for Sawyer because Sawyer, I mean, I think he's also like a sweetie. He's to me, I actually also pictured another white blonde guy. So I was just like, here's generic white blonde man.
They need to make this a TV show or movie to give these people a second chance.
Yeah, Shadow and Bone people need to find new amazing projects because they're all too talented for this world. That's why I chose him. Really,
Ah,
nothing else to say.
love him. He was such a good Nikolai.
So for Jack, I chose Cameron Monaghan,
What an
who,
interesting choice.
yeah, so for me, I am not sure if it ever actually says it, but I pictured Jack as redheaded.
Okay.
Um, and I think that even though Jack is evil, I think he would be a handsome man,
I think he's a
probably.
handsome boy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Who's a handsome little redhead who I think would absolutely slay a role?
He plays a good villain.
Does he? I haven't seen him as a villain.
He was in Gotham and he
Ooh,
played basically what would become the Joker and
cool.
he killed it.
Okay, because I've seen him in Shameless,
He was a
obviously.
little psychopath.
Did you know he's also the voice actor and the character model for the Star Wars
I did.
Jedi games?
I
Yeah.
did.
So I've seen him in that as well, but yeah, that's who I pictured.
I love it. Yeah. That's
Slay.
not what I've chosen. I like it.
Um, for Mira.
You know, I almost chose her for
Really? Oh,
Violet.
for Violet, I could see it. Oh, but you know what? I do think she also kind of resembles Danielle.
That's why I ended up
Yeah.
going with Danielle instead because she's a little bit younger.
They look like they could be sisters for
Yeah.
sure. You know who else? Okay, first of all, let me say it for the listeners. For Mira, I cast Alicia Debnam Carey, who is in the 100 and Fear the Walking Dead. So that being said, you know who else she looks like to me is
Ew.
Phoebe Devnor. I'm not
Oh
sure if I'm saying
yeah,
her name
from
right. From
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton. They look so similar to
They
me.
do.
I don't
It's she
know.
has brown hair instead.
Watch me like figure out they're actually related because I think they look a lot alike.
They do.
Um,
That
but
is
yeah.
my favorite. Alicia is my favorite, and I will
Oh,
die on that hill.
the only thing is though, I just think she looks older than 19, which I mean, that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that she can't do it. I'm all for a show like not sticking to the original ages because I also don't love that Feyre's 19 canonically.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just in my head, that's who I picture every time.
yeah, I mean, she's stunning, and I think Mira would not only be just like stunning, but like she also like clearly this particular actress has been in a kind of more serious like fighting type roles, and so we know she
Mm-hmm.
can slay at those type of um
I didn't know she
characters.
was in the 100.
Yes, she plays like I think it's like season 2 and she plays like the leader of like that
I did know
tribe they
that.
run
I did know
into.
that. Yeah.
And it's like lovers with what's her nuts.
I did love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She dies. Yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Spoilers. If you
Yeah.
haven't watched the 100 by now, you're probably not going to. It's been
She
on for
died
years.
and it actually broke my heart and I didn't watch anything beyond that
Yeah,
season
same.
because it
Yeah.
upset me so much.
It got
Um,
really weird after that.
well, I'm glad I didn't watch it then because I was like, what the fuck? Like I was genuinely pissed. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so she's happy for what, 2 seconds and then fuck you. Anyway,
I'm not
moving
mad
on.
about it.
And then lastly, for General
Oh,
Sorrengail, I cast Julianne Moore.
she is so cunty and I love
She's
her.
so cunty. And does she not also look like related to who I
Yes.
chose from Mira and Violet?
Oh my
So
God.
Julianne Moore most recently is in May, December. She plays the rebellious president from like the Hunger Games Mockingjay movies,
Yeah.
and she's in Dear Evan Hansen.
Coin. That's her name.
President Coin, yes. And yeah, she slays. She absolutely would be girl bossing her way
Oh my God, yeah.
to the top.
She is just so gorgeous.
I know.
Like, she is stunning.
And you already know that
Wow.
Lilith Sorrengail is a baddie.
Yeah, she was pulling left and right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
That
especially
was
if
so.
Violet is somebody else's child,
I don't even want to
potentially.
go. I wish I had gone first. So, Believe it or not, I also chose Danielle Rose Russell
It better
as
happen.
Violet Sorrengail. Because yeah, she's the obvious choice.
Yeah, that
Like
is Violet.
she just is. She's perfect. Okay, so I found this
Ooh.
man named Sebastian Quinn, who actually was in Dynasty, which I have seen. Dynasty is a very good show if you haven't watched it.
Okay, I've not.
And he's also in True Story. So like that kind of lines up pretty well in my head with what I envisioned Zayden to be.
Yeah.
Maybe just like a little scruffier.
Yeah. Well, because I did not picture Zayden. Like I said, I pictured him to be like probably like black or half black, but I
See,
like this better
I
than the actor that I
pictured
chose.
almost more like Middle Eastern-ish
Mm-hmm.
is kind of what I was like
Yeah.
thinking.
Well, I specifically like paid attention this time. She describes Zayden's skin color as tawny, which is like
See, I guess I don't know
that
what
could mean,
what
well,
color
it could mean
tawny
so many
is.
things. It's like orangish brown, like a warm brown. So to me,
Okay.
like when we're talking skin color, yeah, this man has tawny skin.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, like just his very strong jawline and
Mm-hmm.
lips, like they were kind of the dead giveaway. And also his
Mm-hmm.
hair looks like it'd be so soft.
Oh yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
has like kind of that shaggy, like curls behind the ears, black hair.
Yes.
Um, Very yummy, yummy man.
I think you slayed that one
I
personally.
think that was a pretty good Zayden.
Yeah.
So I also chose Tati Gabrielle.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like she is
For
a girl,
Ree.
like she's a boss.
You didn't mention Ree.
Oh yeah, for Rhiannon Matthias. But yeah, she kills it. I think she'd do great. She's great in You,
Oh
and
yeah.
she's great in Sabrina. Like,
She's great in everything.
yeah, she'd do amazing. Okay, so for Riddick, I chose Thomas Doherty. I chose him because I think Riddick probably has the element of surprise. Like everyone thinks he is probably not going to do very well because he is like very charming,
Uh-huh.
but he's secretly a badass, and he uses his humor to work his way through life.
Yeah, as
Um,
kind of his little defense
yeah,
to
and so for
disarm
me,
people.
yes, Thomas is actually ripped. If you've ever seen him in The Invitation, Slay,
I still need to watch
he
that.
was really good. I actually almost chose the main character from The Invitation as Ree instead, but
Mm.
she's like a little too old, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
Because
I
they
think,
are all supposed to be very young.
well, and Thomas Doherty is actually like in his early 20s.
Hmm.
And so I think he would just do an amazing job. Like he's very cute and
Oh yeah.
well, he's not cute, he's stunning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like he's angelic looking. So for
Ooh.
Sawyer, I chose Gabriel Basso or Basso, I can't remember how it's pronounced. So I actually just watched the show the other night. It's called Night Agent, and he plays basically like a retired cop or like a
Okay.
discharged cop that works for like the government now in the White
Hmm.
House. And he does such a good job. He is such a little cutie in that movie or in that TV show. Like he was
Yeah.
so good. And like he has like a really badass like aura to him, but he's just very soft and cuddly as well.
Yeah, he has
Um,
kind eyes.
yes. And that's how I pictured Sawyer. I also pictured Sawyer just as a ginger. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like kind of
Well,
a reddish brown hair.
yeah, I'm not sure. For some reason, I pictured him as blonde, but I don't know if it ever says.
I think in the second book they do describe him as blonde, maybe. I
Okay.
can't remember. But that's who I kind of pictured as Sawyer, like freckly and
Hmm.
just cute,
Yeah.
cutesy.
All-American boy.
Yeah, and that's who Gabriel is. So for Imogen, I kind of used my basic cop out as usual. It was Florence Pugh. Because she is just kind of like a scary blonde lady, and I love that for her.
Hmm.
So most people know her from Midsummer, but actually her character as Elena in Black Widow is what decided this
Sold
for
it for
me
you.
because like she's a fucking badass in Black
Yeah.
Widow, and she's also funny. Like she has like just a very dry humor to her, and I
Hmm.
kind of imagined like Imogen just being like a very blunt person like that,
Oh,
and so
absolutely.
I think their personalities match up in that way. And she's also just gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
Love
I love
Florence
her.
Pugh. So for Lilith, I
Ooh,
chose Charlize Theron because why not? That woman is powerful.
yeah. She
Um,
absolutely like, and down to like this particular picture you've chosen with like the
it was the
cropped hair.
haircut, yeah.
Yeah. She looks like she's ready for battle.
Yeah. She's in so many things, but like Mad Max, Atomic Blonde is probably my favorite movie with Charlize in it. But she is very powerful looking. She's very regal. Like she just the way she holds herself is how I'd imagine Lilith to hold herself.
Like very proper. Yeah, this was another sleigh.
So Dane Atos, I
Mhm.
chose Matthew Daddario because you know,
This one makes
um,
sense.
in my head, Dane was like he was gorgeous. Like he's a
Yeah.
handsome man. And I think, you know, in Violet's head, he was still just kind of that boy next door type guy, but he grew up and he bulked up while he was away at camp.
hmm
And that is Matthew Daddario. He
That's
is
actually fair. She does like right when she sees him, she's like, "Well,
like,
damn,
who is this
like
man?
he got ripped."
Matthew is chiseled. He is scruffy. He
I thought you were gonna
is
say scrumptious.
he is scrumptious.
He's that
Um,
too.
His Dane's a little snack. I just know it.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like Matthew can probably really capture just that insufferable attitude.
And that's a compliment.
And I mean that in the best way possible. Yeah, no, I think he would do a fabulous job.
Yeah, I see
Okay,
it.
so
Whoa.
hear me out with Jack Barlow. Hear me out with Jack Barlow.
I'm listening.
Okay, Dacre Montgomery,
hmm
better known as Billy from Stranger Things.
Such a good looking
He
man.
is, oh, truly, truly a good looking man. He kills it in the role of Billy. He
Yeah,
was after the MILFs left and right. And I can only imagine Jack Barlow
would be
would
the
be the
same.
same. Yes.
Yeah.
But he also looks like he would stab you in your sleep
Yes.
and like not really
Yes.
feel bad about it.
Yeah,
Um,
he does.
yeah, he's ruthless.
I can see it in his eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him and I was like, it's gotta be you.
No, that's so fair. Like, I think he did such a good job playing the villain, like as Billy. Like
Mhm.
it would just translate so well.
Yeah, it would be beautiful.
Agreed.
And
Slade.
then Liam Murray. So I actually never heard of this man before.
And neither have I, but he's also giving off the
But I
same
have
vibes.
seen him before because I just recently watched the movie No Hard Feelings,
Oh,
which
okay.
was 10 out of 10. It's Jennifer Lawrence. Love her. But anyway, his name is Matthew Nasca, and he is just your golden retriever boy. He is
Yeah.
buff. He's
He's
got the
giving
blonde
himbo.
hair, himbo, gorgeous, like
Butt
hazel
chin.
eyes, butt chin.
He's also Callahan. He's basically
Yes,
the
they could
same
be the same
person.
person.
Yeah,
He looks like he would give the best hug
he does.
on earth.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that's all I know about him, but I love him.
that's all I know.
And that's all I need to know.
Oh my God, another sleigh. You know
Yeah.
what? I just realized I actually did watch No Hard Feelings. I just couldn't remember that
So
was the title
funny.
of it. It was very funny, but I
So
don't
funny.
recognize him from that movie.
I don't remember what he played.
Yeah, he must be kind of a really small role in that
Mhm.
particular film, but the
He's
the
probably like
look
one of
is perfect.
the frat guys.
Oh, probably.
Um,
Oh my God, what if he's one of the people on the beach that she
he
fights?
probably is.
That was an amazing scene, by the way.
It was full frontal from Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, and it's not
Um,
CGI.
it's not CGI.
This is also a sleigh.
Thank you. So for Mira Sorengale, I chose Kaya Scodelario. She was in Skins. She was Effie in Skins. And if anyone's seen Skins, you know that that was a life-changing show for everybody. She's also in the Maze Runner trilogy. So I chose her because, like Alicia, like she just has like that very dainty bone structure. It's very striking.
Mhm.
The big blue eyes, the like defined eyebrows. That is how I pictured Mira. Mira is striking.
Yes, agreed.
And like I do feel like she looks very similar to Charlize Theron,
And
but
also
she
to
also,
Danielle Russell.
yes,
They all do
in
look similar to
different
me.
ways. But yeah, she's a really good actress. She always kind of plays like the person who has like a chip on her shoulder type thing, which is kind of how Mira is.
Yeah,
So
that's so true.
I figured it would just be a good transition.
Yeah,
But yeah,
agreed. No, I thought you did a great job.
thank you. You know, we were really hard on ourselves. We did a really good job.
Yeah, we both knocked that out of the park. And if you don't agree, then you're wrong.
Well, stop
Um,
listening, you know?
so that wraps up our fan cast for Fourth Wing. We, as much as we're like, oh, so stressful, we do enjoy doing those. So
It
thanks
was really
for
fun.
humoring us. But next week, join us as we discuss Iron Flame, the second book in this series by Rebecca Yarros. Very excited to discuss that because at this point, while we're recording, I have not read it yet because we are recording this a little bit early. So
I've read it twice and have listened to it once
oh, perfect.
since it's been
So
out.
this is
So
great for you. It's fresh in your mind, I bet, because it
yes.
it came out recently.
Yeah, it did. It's
So
really good. And then the week after that, we are actually going to be suggesting some of our favorite childhood books.
yeah, kind of
Some of the
discussing.
young adult books that formed us into the people we are today.
Yes, I will be obsessively discussing Twilight on that minisode.
In
So
depth.
prepare yourself if that's going to upset you, if you need
Just
to.
you wait, guys. We are going to cover that series one day.
If that would be triggering to you, then go ahead and skip that particular minisode. But go ahead, get started on Iron Flame if you haven't already. We'll talk to you next time, and as always,
Let's get lit.